what he said. However, being he was physically touched, he felt that that was a battery. And by a battery, because I know y'all probably looking like, what the fuck is a battery? A battery will be a battery charge that he felt like was warranted for being poked, considering as well that he runs a law office. And this is Lala News 3, and thanks for tuning in to another episode. And you guys know where to reach me at all social media platforms at Lala News 3. And as well, check my link tree for all of my links to podcasts and various networks that I'm on. So, in this episode, I'll actually be discussing the councilman and the mayor in Washington City, Georgia, who had a physical altercation, and now it's a total mess. So let's get right into it as well. Like I was mentioning, this happened in Washington City, Georgia, and we have the councilman here, Nathaniel Cullars, who was actually released on $3,000 bond to get out of the Wilkes County Jail for 2 counts of simple battery, and that will be against the mayor of that same city that he is the councilman of. So, as you can see, it was a hot shitty mess, so let's get into it. Now, actually, we'll get into the fact that, well, as far as what he's accused of, like I said, the mayor. So the mayor's name is Mayor DeGolian. He also has a law firm there as well. So he is accused of assaulting him during a heated discussion because he was not included on a preliminary real estate meeting with 2 real estate investors that came by in order to have a discussion of stuff that's happening in the city. So he felt left out, and he definitely voiced and poked his opinion throughout that. So what they say happened is that Cullars, who will be the councilman, came by City Hall and said that the city council should be at that meeting, or should at least have an opinion in order to state whether they wanted to attend that meeting or not, because the mayor stated that it was not a city council meeting, so he didn't see why he needed to let the city council know what's happening in the city. So Mr. Cullars felt a little disrespected, and that him and any other council people should know exactly what's going on to make decisions there on their end as well. Now, there is a video, though, of Mr. Cullars actually arguing with the mayor, and him and the mayor actually bumped into each other while he was trying to go around the chair, and the mayor ended up falling and bumping into a chair. He didn't hit the ground, but he did kind of like bump into it when he bumped into the councilman. So it was kind of like almost a chest bump kind of thing. You know, some old man shit that they kind of was feeling some type of way about. Anywho, during the face-to-face situation there, Cullars actually took his index fingers and poked the mayor in the chest, and then, you know, he kind of 2-fingered him and pushed him back. And Cullars, who was the councilman that pushed the mayor, claims that it was due to COVID and that he needed his 6 feet, and that the mayor was in his vicinity or in his space where he felt like he needed to 2-finger his ass on back a little bit. That's kind of what happened. But there's actually video, which I'll see if I can add the video in so you guys can kind of see what's happening there with that. But it was the physical poking. Now, Cullars actually said he got a call because it was on the news. Okay, he said he got a call from the police stating that he had a warrant for his arrest for battery and that he needed to come on down and take care of it. So he said he did, and that's where he was arrested and bonded out with the $3,000 bond. The mayor actually went on as well in the same news broadcast and stated, quote, he got both his hands and pushed me in the chest with his fingers. It was violent. It wasn't violent. Correction. Nothing like that. But it was physical touching, which is the battery. So the mayor had said that he took the 2 fingers and pushed him with it, that it was not a violent push, which is what he said. However, being he was physically touched, he felt that that was a battery. And by a battery, because I know y'all probably looking like, what the fuck is a battery? A battery will be a battery charge that he felt like was warranted for being poked, considering as well that he runs a law office. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now, Councilman Cullars, though, he said we were walking up into the door of the office. We side by side. He walked over the chair. I looked around to see what was going on. Next, we're standing at the front door talking again, and he was too close. So I thought about this. This is COVID. So I said, Mayor, you need to step back and give me 6 feet. That's what he stated happened as far as the councilman as to why he pushed the man. And that was verbatim out of his mouth. Not what I came up with, by the way. The mayor actually filed an ethics complaint, which is the second one that he filed against him within a 6-month period, with the addition of having him arrested for battery. So this is obviously an ongoing situation, and it's not the first time that this is not just revving up or just getting started. This is fucking ongoing. So Cullars actually is up for re-election in a few weeks, or rather, they just passed. Elections did just happen. I typed up the script prior to, so I gotta see if he did win, but he said that he refused to drop out, and that even though they wanted him to drop out of the previous incident that he actually got written up for 6 months ago, he also stated that he will not be dropping out of this situation either, so he will be running full on speed ahead like this never happened. Now, like I mentioned, that this is an ongoing thing, so this had been happening. So we have the previous incidents, which on May 18th, Cullars actually went to the mayor's law office and cursed him out, and the mayor recorded it. He did say some heated things, calling him some things I will not repeat here, but that is public information, so you guys can go and look it up. But the video is available, and it is quote unquote a hot shitty mess, and I just don't want to repeat the conversation that he stated, so you can make your own decision on that one. But it is interesting. Now, they did call it an angry, threatening confrontation as well in the meeting. And then in June of 2021, the ethics hearing was held where the recording was actually played, and they got into it again at that meeting. Okay, so they played the recording that I won't repeat at the actual ethics meeting. And in September, the September City Council meeting, Councilman Cullars actually submitted an agenda of topics which he wanted to discuss amongst the city for this meeting, and then which the mayor and all of the other council members and the board and whatever have you. And it included items, which I did see a screenshot or snapshot of the list that he had. As far as raises for employees, the police department, Confederate statue being removed, new businesses, televising the council meetings, light bill relief, budget, parks and rec, city and judge and attorney budget and things, city judge and also a city attorney, which are some of the things he put down to actually discuss. However, the mayor, which is Mayor DeGolian, who was the one that was poked, he actually said to let it be known as well that he's in charge, so all of those have to come through him anyway, and that he took it upon himself to shorten the list, and so he took some of the items off that he had felt was excessive and that they had already been discussed. So you get it, since he said he was the mayor, he makes those decisions. So basically he said fuck his little list and what he felt like he would want to discuss for the city or see happen or put on the agenda to be discussed. The mayor felt like he didn't want to hear nor see those things, nor did anyone else want to hear or see those things because he's the boss. Okay, so then this finger poking incident started happening. Now, fast forward to October the 6th, the 2 finger poke incident happened. So this had already been festering all the way back from May. Then you got September incidents, you got all of this going on. October the 11th, the city council meeting, Cullars he challenged the mayor on shortening his list at the next meeting, and it got ugly again. And because he said that he didn't feel like he should have been able to shorten his list because he felt like that was things that needed to be said. Now, in a week after the incident, like I said, this has been going on for months. The poking happened when things were already heated and kind of trickling on. At this point, I think he was just, as they would say, motherfucking tired, because that's what it's looking like. He was tired. You guys can go though and watch the video. I'll try to include the video. If I can't get it to pull it down to include it, you guys feel free to go ahead and watch it. It once again was with Councilman Nate Cullars and also Mayor Bill DeGolian of Washington City, Georgia. That will be Georgia's District 1, Councilman Nathaniel Cullars and Mayor Bill DeGolian. So, I feel like this, and the mayor did take the time to say that this is not us, this is not us. So I don't know what that really meant when I feel like it's a lot of back and forth as far as picking and prodding and trying to show who's boss, like it's a pissing contest. We get you the mayor, we get that I guess you're the boss of the town, but there's other people that you still have to work with, and everyone has an assigned job, so you're really not the boss of nothing, because I'm sure it's somebody over you, and your ass can be voted out if things don't go accordingly. But you already know how things go. Some people, when they do mean they're the boss, they own the town, they're going to be voted in regardless of whether we felt they're going to do a good job or not. People going to make sure that they in. So at the end of the day, you already see how this goes. But let me know what you guys think. I'll keep you posted on any updates that come along the way of this. And this is La La News 3, and I'm out.